Shalom Lechulechem, Hebrew Torah 101, with another video, and we're going to call this video Song of Songs, chapter 5 and verse 16. Now this video is being made in response to Muslims who believe that Muhammad, the prophet in the Quran, is mentioned in chapter 5 and verse 16. All right, so we're going to take a look and see if that's true. They also believe that the book is corrupted and it can't be trusted. But while they say that also, they will go into the book and look for hints and clues about Muhammad being there, which is kind of confusing. But nevertheless, let's see if that's the case. Okay, we're going to start at chapter 1 and verse 1 because, like we always talk about, context is always key and very important in any book that we're reading or discussing. So we're going to look at this verse here, which starts with Shir Hashirim Marshal Shlomo, Song of the Songs which are for or to Solomon. So we understand that King Solomon will be the one being talked about here in this book, and in some cases, he's the speaker or the author in some chapters and verses. All right, the book is about King Solomon and a woman writing what we call love letters or love notes to each other, expressing their love for each other. All right, so this is the context of Songs of Song. For an example, in chapter 3 and verse 11, the woman says, Se'enna, go out. She's talking to multiple women, the daughters of Jerusalem. Ure'enna, and see, Benoth Sion, daughters of Zion, Ba Melech Shlomo, and King Shlomo. So she's telling the rest of the women to go out and expect and see King Shlomo. All right, so King Solomon is definitely who this book is in relation to. It wouldn't be in relation to Muhammad. That's completely out of context, right? Because we don't see that in here, all right? Now we'll get to chapter 5 to save us some time. Again, the woman is the speaker. We know the woman is the speaker because she's describing Solomon. She talks about his head. She talks about his eyes. She talks about his cheeks. She talks about his hands. And she also talks about his legs and his mouth. Now the key verse that we're going to talk about, verse 16. Let's get to it. So the woman says, Hiko mamtakim. His mouth is sweet. Okay, his mouth is in the singular, but she describes his mouth in the plural, mamtakim. Wechulo Muhammadim. Him altogether, Muhammadim, is desirable. Also talks about him in the plural, right? Because she's speaking about him in general, his entire being, who he is. Who he is Muhammadim, is lovely or desirable. All right. So the word in question is this word here, Muhammadim, not Muhammad or Muhammadim, Muhammadim. This is where Muslims make error in their assumption that this name here means Muhammad, as in the proper name. This is not a proper name here. This is a noun, okay? So just click on this word here, and it means desirable thing, or pleasant thing. It comes from the word hamad. Now, in Arabiya, the word hamad means praise, okay? When we put it Muhammad, we put it in a passive, and it means praiseworthy, or the one worthy of praise, all right? Different vocalization. Even though they share the same root, the vocalization is pretty much different, and they mean two different things. And again, the name Muhammad is a proper name, and this is a noun. So the argument they make is that this should be Muhammad, but that would make no sense according to the context here. So if this is the name Muhammad, then we should have a proper name here. So we should have in translation, his mouth is most sweet. He is altogether Muhammad. Okay, but that doesn't make any sense all right? Because this is not being used as a proper name, but it is being used as a noun, and it's in the plural conjugation. Now, when we look at Surah Muhammad in Ayat 2, we see the name Muhammadin, okay? Now, they make their argument based off of this here, Muhammadin. They don't understand Arabic grammatical rules, evidently, because if they did, they would understand that when you have the double kesra here, it's in relation to you having a preposition, alai. Okay, when you have a preposition, alai, before the name, that means that it's going to be using the genitive case ending, which is why you have the double kesra here, all right? So it's indefinite. We don't say the Muhammad, okay? We just say Muhammad. So this is why we use the genitive case ending, deen, okay? They look at this word here, and this word here, and try to make some type of correlation between the two. But again, this is a noun in the plural conjugation, and this is a proper name being used in the genitive. The prophet's name is Muhammad, okay? It's not Muhammadin. The reason, again, that we have the deen here is because we have a preposition, alai, which means upon or unto. Okay, let's take a look at this here. We're going to read genitive is characterized by the vowel E. Indefinite words in genitive case often end in N, which is written as 2 lines below the final letter of the word, such as this vowel marking here. So now we understand why this says Muhammadin, because it's indefinite. Why? Because it has a preposition coming before it, and this is a proper name. So we're not going to say upon the Muhammad, we're going to say upon Muhammad, and we're going to use the genitive case ending, all right? So this is not the same as Muhammadin. This is Muhammadin. Two completely different vocalizations. So when we read in the Quran, Walladina amanu wa amilu salihati wa amanu bima nuzila ala Muhammadin. Those who believe and do salihati, good deeds, righteous deeds, and believe bima, and what? Nuzila, what was revealed, Allah, upon Muhammad. Okay? So they're believing what was revealed to Muhammad. Okay? When you read the translation, they don't say what was revealed to Muhammadin. They just say what was revealed to Muhammad. The reason they don't do that is because of what we talked about. The preposition Allah is going to cause the genitive case ending, deen, being used. So in no way, shape, or form should we understand Muhammadin to be a proper name of Muhammad, such as Muhammad, okay? This is Ma, not Mu, but Ma, okay? When we say Ma here, this is the passive. It turns into the one who's worthy of praise, okay? When we say Muhammadim in the Hebrew, this is a plural conjugation coming from the word Mahmad. Mahmad, not a proper name. The same way we don't say Muhammad here is the same way we wouldn't say upon the one worthy of praise. This is a proper name here. So even though his name means praise, we don't say upon the one worthy of praise. We say upon Muhammad here. So in conclusion, no, Songs of Songs, chapter 5 and 16, no, it's not corrupted. And no, it does not mention the prophet of the Quran, Muhammad.